2.7 Pythagorean Theorem Applications continued. So it's the same as what we did yesterday, 2.6. Only today we're going to draw our own pictures, draw our own diagram, label them, and then solve it. Okay, example number 1. Draw a sketch of the situation. Use the Pythagorean theorem to determine the missing side length. As part of your training for a marathon, you and a friend had been running after school every day. You leave school, alright, so here we are. We leave school and we run north for 3 miles. Which way is north? Up. We go up. We go north for 3 miles. And now that takes us to here. Then it says we turn. You turn and you run east for 5 miles. So do I go right or left? Which way's east? Right. So make that a little bit longer than your 3 miles to make it look a little bit realistic. This is 5 miles. You get to this point, and then you can connect your dots. First thing we want to do now is put our right angle in there. So you put your right angle in your triangle. And then directly across from our right angle is our hypotenuse, and we'll label that what? C. And label that C. So now we know we're missing our A, or excuse me, we have our A and our B, so label those, whichever one you want them to be. And now we've drawn our diagram and labeled it, and now we can figure out what is the direct distance, as a crow flies, back to the school to the nearest 1/10 of a mile. So here, directly back to the school. How far is this? So we need to find the hypotenuse C. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. We could make this an X too, couldn't we? We're missing the X. Any letter works, but we're used to, with the Pythagorean theorem, A, B, and C. So we'll stick with the C. What is A? 3 squared plus 5 squared equals C squared. What is 3 squared? Good. Not 6, it's 9. Plus 25 equals C squared. I add these together and get equals C squared. We need to find the square root of each. So C equals what rounded to the nearest 10th? Yep, nice job. 5.8 and 5.8 what? Miles. There we have our final answer here. Does that make sense? So go up here and label this. .8 miles. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Because the hypotenuse has to be the what?
Longest.
The longest side, and it is. Are we done?
Yes.
No? Down here. How many total miles will you have run once you get back to school? So, dun, 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 all the way around. What do we call that when you have to add? Yes, nicely done. The perimeter. So how far would we run if we go all the way? How far did you and your friend run?
13.8 miles.
Exactly, nicely done. 13.8 miles is what you ran, you and your friend. Next one. All right, draw your picture and label it. You have a door frame that measures 3 feet by 7 feet. So draw your door, label it. You have a round table over here that has a diameter of 8 feet. So label that, please. Now you're going to have to turn this door into a what? Yeah. You're going to have to turn that into two triangles. Alright, so your labels should match mine. Because now we've made our door into a diagonal into 2 triangles. Let's figure out then, because if we, obviously if we tried to take this table straight through the door, 8 feet isn't going to fit. It's only 3 feet across, and it's 8 feet. That's not going to work. But if you tilt it and go diagonally through the door, will it work? Let's see what this diagonal is through the door if we tilt the table. Is 3 squared plus 7 squared. Let's find out what that diagonal is. What is 3 squared? 9 plus? Add these together, I get 58. Square root, rounded to the nearest tenth, C equals what?
7.6 feet.
7.6 feet. So we know this is 7.6 feet. Will that table fit through the door even if we tilt it on its angle on the side?
No.
No, we would not be able to get that through the door. So answering the last part, will it fit? No. Your work is your explanation, and you tell me yes or no. Okay, draw your sketch. Here we have a softball diamond. Now this problem takes you to the one like we did in our notes yesterday. All right, so as good as you can, draw a square baseball diamond. Oh, that one's kind of off. Now those of you that play baseball, softball, what is this? This is home. Dun, 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 dun. Running over here, what do I get?
First.
Yep. Dun, 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 dun. What's this?
Second.
Yep. Dun, 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 dun. Where do I go?
Third.
And then you would from third run back to second.
No.
Go back to home. Right? There's your ball diamond. What do they tell us? They tell us what? The direct distance from home plate to second. From home plate all the way up to second is what?
85 feet.
This is 85 feet. If I know that this is 85 feet, what else do I know about this?
The home plate to first base.
True. Do I know any other distances?
85 feet across.
I know, yep, that it would probably be 85 feet across this way.
No. Oh, yeah.
Because it's a square, right? So what else do we know about a square?
They're all certain.
All sides are congruent. So can we put our, what else do we know about a square? All our 90-degree angles. So what is 85 if we were to label it A, B, or C? What does it get? What does it get?
42.
A, B, or C? The 85.
C.
This is our C. Now, what about our A and our B? Do they tell us what those are? No, but what do we know about them? They're equal. So what did we do in our notes yesterday? How did we practice that with the square?
You do a squared plus a squared.
Right, we used a squared plus a squared, or b squared plus b squared, or the notes had it as what?
S squared.
S. Which one do you guys want to use? A, B, or S?
S.
S.
I'm-
B.
A.
Who says A?
A.
Who says B? S? I think the A won it. All right, so we'll call them both A's. They're equal, so a squared plus a squared equals, what's my c squared? 85 squared, because we know that one. How many a squareds do I have?
2.
I do. 1a squared and a 1a squared gives me 2a squared. That equals, what's 85 times 85? Blurt it out.
7,225.
25.
Absolutely 100% correct. And now I'm done, right? No, good answer. What do I need to do? Who remembers from the notes yesterday?
We're good.
Not yet, but we will. What do I do?
Divide by 2.
Yes, we need to divide both sides by 2. Because 2 divided by 2 makes 1, so now I have my 1a squared, or a squared, equals, what is this divided by 2?
36.
3?
3,612.5.
Absolutely 100% correct, and I'm done.
No.
No. What do I need to do?
Square root it.
You guys are rocking it. Nice job. We need the square root of each. So A equals, rounded to the nearest tenth,
60.1.
60.1, and it would be feet. What did we just solve for? What does that tell me? What is 60.1 feet? From home to first? 60.1 feet. What else do I know then?
First, second, third.
Exactly. All of these are 60.1 feet. Am I done? Say no.
No.
What do I need to find out? What is the distance that it takes a player? How far would they run if they had a home run? How far? Home run. Dun, 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 dun. How far? Total.
240.4.
How far would they run if they had a home run?
240.4.
240.4? How did you get that?
Adding on 60.
60.1 times 4.
140.
Because you could go the long way, 60.1 plus 60.1 plus 60.1 plus 60.1. That takes too long. What's the easier, faster way?
60.1 times 4.
60.1 times 4. And both of them equal that.
Yeah, too bad.
The last one. Draw it. You have a triangle, a 90-degree triangle. Put your 90-degree in there. It says create a word problem using a triangle in which you would use the Pythagorean theorem to solve. 2 of the side lengths of the triangle are 6 and 8. Which 2 do you want to be 6 and 8?
A, B.
and B.
I figured so. So this one's going to be what? 6. This one will be 8. This will be our
C.
C. Okay, one of the word problems that we created was?
Cooper walked 8 feet south and then took a left and walked 6 feet east to the office to get detention.
To get to the office to get detention. Or instead of saying left, you could say?
East.
East. Good. One other one.
Jamie walked 6 miles west and 8 miles north to town.
Oh, we went the backwards direction. I like it. Okay, one more. There was something about a world record Dorito.
Someone broke the world record biggest Dorito chip with the legs being 6 feet and 8 feet tall. And you have to try to find the hypotenuse.
So what was the longest side of that world record Dorito?
Yeah.
Yum. I'd like to have that in here and we could all just grab a corner and start eating on it, right? So let's find out what the length of this world record Dorito would be. 6 squared plus 8 squared equals C squared. What's 6 squared?
36.
Plus
54.
60.
add this, you get
8 times 8 is 64.
oops, I got my 6 there.
It's 100.
And we get 100 equals C squared. Perfect square. How long is that longest side of that world record Dorito?
10.
10 what?
Feet.
Can you imagine a 10-foot Dorito? Who's hungry for Doritos right now? I know. All right, your homework is page 3 and 4 in the packet.